buenas, soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí en el Dragon Age Origins. Continuando la historia donde la dejamos en el anterior video. Estamos aquí en la ciudad de Orzamer y estamos justamente en el moldeato. Vamos a salir de aquí para continuar con unas misiones que son muy largas. Vamos por acá. Salimos de aquí. Vamos por acá. Y bueno, lo primero que vamos a hacer es entrar al moldeato. Vamos al conclave. Al conclave. Y este es Bartag, pero no nos interesa Bartag. Vamos de aquí.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Y entramos de aquí.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough. The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Y bueno, aquí tenemos al guardián del conclave, Bandalore. Vamos a hablar con él.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzamer, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Y bueno, aquí tenemos a Bartag, pero con él no vamos a hablar porque tenemos aquí elegir un bando. Si elegimos a Balin o elegimos a Harrowmont. Entonces nosotros vamos a elegir a Harrowmont. Ahí está Dulin.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Y bueno, ya elegimos aquí a Harmon, así que vamos, vayan. Vamos por acá. Aquí está el Palacio Real. Y aquí tenemos una misión especial. Siempre y cuando podamos entrar. Vamos por aquí. Y por aquí aún no podemos entrar, así que vamos a ir por aquí. ¿Eso que suena? Ya, vamos a ver para qué es. Aquí tenemos que luchar contra estos. ¿Listo? Y listo.
What's going on? Why, the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Vamos a coger esto.
This should be easy enough.
Listo. Todo nos sirve, todo nos sirve. Vamos por aquí. Vamos por aquí. Vamos por aquí, ¿cómo? Vamos por acá. Vamos a coger esto.
This should be easy enough.
Aquí tenemos una cosa que nos falta hacer. Pero primero, vamos por acá.
As you wish.
Un cofre de arena. Vamos por aquí. Listo. Tenemos otra carta de amor. Creo que en total son 12, así que hay que seguir buscando. Elixir tornado de Orsamar. Y bueno, aquí
On my way.
tenemos una misión especial. Ya no, a ver cómo es. Aquí simplemente, aquí por aquí. Y aquí están, creo que es esta, sí. Ahí. Tenemos que todos se paren. Cogemos a ver, a Wine. Vamos por acá. Ponemos aquí. Listo. Vamos a Alistair. Vamos por aquí. Cogemos a nosotros. Y lo que hay que hacer es ir justamente al trono de Orsamar. Tenemos aquí. Me aparece eso. ¿Listo? A ver aquí. ¿Listo? Listo. Y tenemos una nueva arma. Que es justamente este de aquí. Elena, así. Todavía tiene flechas. Estamos bien. Y ahora sí, vamos por acá. Vamos por aquí. Y aquí está esto. Vamos aquí. Ya sabemos qué es esto. Vamos a continuar. Y vamos a coger el frasco. Continuar otra vez. Y ya saben que hay aquí. A ver, no sé si podemos paralizarle, pero no hay cómo. Un grifo de parálisis. Listo. A Alright.
Hey, watch it!
What the fuck? Alright. Alright.
Have at you! You're mine!
Could someone please stop the bleeding?
Used to fighting like that any longer.
Hacemos aquí. Aguay un ratito. Eso. Listo. A ver. Con escudo. Ahí. Y ya. Vámonos de aquí. Vámonos por acá.
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense.
Esto de aquí. Listo. Y vamos a ir a la casa de Haramon. Creo que es esta de aquí.
Lord Balin is
Y tenemos más cosas. Mayordomo. En la casa de Haramon. Ahí no podemos entrar todavía. Vamos por acá. Un noble. Más puertas.
As you wish.
Ahí tenemos cositas. Tenemos la Terci.
You need me?
Claro que sí. Vamos por aquí. Vamos por acá. A leer este pergamino. Pergamino. Eso. Bueno, aquí sabemos más cosas sobre Endring.
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone.
Y simplemente nos dice que Endring confía en Lord Haramon. Así que eso estamos haciendo. Vámonos de aquí.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Bronca didn't go alone, Ogden. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapsters and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Aquí vamos a hablar con Lolinar.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled. I'm Loylanar Ivo, warrior, which is more than I can say for that useless sod. Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Bronca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. The only paragon in the last 4 generations. Quite an honor for a girl from the Smith caste. Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked if found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Bronca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. It's been 2 years since Bronca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Did you see any guardsmen? Tell them Ogren was at it again.
Listo, vámonos aquí.
Right.
A ver. Primero que vamos a hacer es completar una misión que ya... ¿Qué pasó aquí?
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind.
Who you
on his
looking at?
payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing you protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Bueno, aquí vamos a entrar rápidamente.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen. Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Y bueno, aquí tenemos a Figor.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin. A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable. Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no acknowledgement by the Shapers. They are destined to be criminals. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about. Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss? I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Vamos ahí. ¿Qué tienes? Yo te puedo vender. Nada. No te puedo vender, eso sí. Eso no. No. Esto sí. Estar aguanteles de la diligencia. Esto sí, eso no. Esto no. Y listo. Vámonos de aquí.
On it.
Vámonos por acá. Y aquí está el hermano Burger.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper. Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Listo. Ya tenemos una capilla aquí en Orzammar. Pero primero vamos a ir por acá. Sí. Vamos por aquí. Y a luchar, se ha dicho.
We'll get plenty for their Let's get some. Go now!
Listo.
As you wish.
Los destacados. Bueno, aquí tenemos una tienda. Y aquí tenemos una misión que la vamos a hacer. Pero primero, vamos por acá. Tenemos otra misión aquí. Otra misión por ahí. Otra por aquí. Vamos a ir a hablar con Linda.
Spare a bit for the need. Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I. A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no! I can't bear to even think of it! I wish there were. My name is Erlenda. I wasn't always like this. I was born to a mining caste family. We weren't wealthy, but I never went hungry before. Now it's all gone, and it's my own fault. Ancestors curse me, but there's nothing I can do to set it right.
No, ¿qué pasó?
I fell in love. He seemed so exotic, you know? Tough and smart, and never had to bow his head to anyone. He was casteless, and I think... No, I know he was just trying to father a higher caste child so he could petition for status. But our child was a son, casteless like his father. My parents disowned me and stripped my caste from me. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. You would do that? But why? Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Y listo. Tenemos aquí.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple. Well, Thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill? It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town. Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place. I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper. Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carta's who runs Dust Town. Jarvia's got her boys everywhere. They tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want. If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
Listo.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
Vamos por acá. Aquí tenemos ansioso.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Y bueno, aquí se activa una misión si es que tenemos un romance con Leliana, pero como no tenemos...
Yes? Why is someone like you hanging about Dust Town so
no
much?
pasa nada.
Don't
Vámonos.
fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Vamos. A ver, podemos entrar. A ver. Por aquí. Vamos a hablar con Alimar.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Of course.
¿Qué tiene aquí? Botas de esfuerzo. Vamos por aquí, nada. Aquí tiene full recetas. Bombas, eso de culera, trampa. Y nada más. Vámonos de aquí. Y ahora sí vamos a hablar con Roger.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground. No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Y listo. Tengo que hacer negocios. Vámonos aquí.
On it.
Bueno, lo que vamos a hacer aquí es... No podemos irnos desde aquí, tenemos que salir de ley. Así que... Vamos a retirar la capilla de Orsamar un ratito. Aquí está. Tenemos aquí la capilla.
Welcome to what will soon be Orzamar's first chantry. The chant of light will reach all corners of the world. We will never forget who made this possible. May her memory live forever.
Listo. Vámonos aquí.
Let's get started.
La siguiente que vamos a hacer es ir a tragos. Porque tenemos que hablar con... Olma. No me acuerdo, con el papá del... Ordel. Aquí Ordel.
What are you looking at, stranger? I could be. What business is it of yours?
¿Me persuadir?
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Listo. Tenemos la misión. Y tenemos a Ogren. Ahora con Ogren.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest. Power-hungry Deep Lords. The only real concern they have is whose ass gets the throne. You don't have to play dumb, Warden. Their lackeys only come to me when they want something. Well, if you want the secrets of a paragon, do the work and find her. City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the deep roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He looking to take it for himself? A little lost technology of the ancients to throw Balin right out of the picture? You are looking for it. Course, that's all anyone cares about. Well, sod off and sod your mother, too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Ogren.
Y bueno, vámonos aquí. Señor Helmi.
Lord Dennick Helmi, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out. Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off with greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent dashers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the casts are even necessary. The Assembly passed laws prohibiting the casteless from holding any job a legitimate citizen can do. Of course they turn to crime. What else can they do?
Listo.
As you wish.
Vámonos de aquí. Ahí está Dueling, pero todavía no hacemos nada, así que vamos para acá. Ahí está Nevin. Ahora con Nevin.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew? Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's expeditionary field unit. Yourself? Figured as much. Good folks, wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka, something like that. I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the deep roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines. Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live. Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones. Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost ties. Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after. Lord Harrowmont's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge. Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us in, looking for signs of Bronca, I guess. Watch yourself. Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
Y listo. ¿Qué más tenemos por aquí? No, tenemos a Corra, tenemos a Dublin, excremento. Cliente, ahora ya. Vámonos de aquí. No, algunas misiones que completar. Pero lo primero que vamos a hacer es ir para acá. Inventario precioso, Jubilerio. Ah, sí, este ya completamos. Tenemos que buscar al ladrón.
Who hasn't? They're quite famous.
Me olvidé de eso, vamos otra vez al Escorial.
I heard were a little racier. It had to do with how a bard assassinated her target. How they were lulled.
Vamos al Escorial.
If those stories were true, who would...
Aquí está. Lo vi sospechoso.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Vamos ahí. Y listo. Vamos aquí con ser linda.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Listo. Completamos una misión. Vámonos de aquí. Y ahora sí, vamos así. ¿Dónde están los juegos? Ahí, ahí.
So, what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lotharing?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the make.
Y aquí tenemos algunas misiones. Por ejemplo, está Basil. Ahí está un matón del Escorial. Y aquí está el que roba el libro. Vamos ahí. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Listo? Vamos por aquí. Ahí está nuestro objetivo. Eso es para después. Aquí hablar con William.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. Was. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today. I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harriman's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly. I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Doolan. He's always been his top man. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll... Maybe I will at that.
Listo. Tenemos la misión. Roshan.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything. But you're holding the prize now. Yes, well, I'll keep my nose clean until you're long gone. How about that? I'm just a businessman. I merely exploit opportunities. I won't get in your way.
Listo. Voy a ver aquí con...
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone.
They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor. I am Ferinden. I serve as Hanashan's trainer and translator. As a silent sister, Hanashan cut out her tongue like the ancient paragon Astith the Grey. As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks. The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Idukans. May the ancestors choose their champion wisely.
Vamos por acá. Aquí tenemos a... Bueno, no, ¿dónde está? A Rick.
Watch for Piotr Idukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the 1-season record. Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean. They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hands, sometimes weapons, sometimes pairs or squads. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets. Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior. Sure, like King Endrin was just a noble. A proving is a sacred art. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ancestors' decision, and no one can protest it. I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
No apuestes mucho, muchacho. Vamos a aquí a hablar con Basil.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything. I am, so if you're not here to... How do you know who I am? Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other. Balin's fighter, Miaja, showed me love letters they have, from Revelka to me. If I fight, they'll expose us. You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter, Miaja, has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harriman again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Listo. Vamos por acá.
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Eso está bien. Vamos por aquí. Justamente con ella. La llave de la ciudad. Abrimos esto, vamos por aquí. Aquí están las cartas. Listo. Abrimos esto. Tenemos a Piotr. Y vamos a hablar con... Primero subimos de nivel. A ver, ¿qué tenemos? Nos falta esta fragmentación. Pongámosle un poco más de destreza. Y... este de aquí. Y vamos a ponerle la última, que es esta. Listo. Así hablemos con Miaja.
This area is off limits. Combatants only. You want to talk? Enter the proving. I speak with my blades.
Listo. A hablar con Seorin.
Go away. I don't talk to admirers until I'm...
Hablar con Piotr.
Guards, remove this intruder.
Ya tenemos la misión, así que vamos para acá. Pero hay que negociar, siempre hay que negociar aquí.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything. You have them? If you can keep those letters from the public eye, I would gladly gift you with a finder's fee. Say, 10 sovereigns? I certainly can't argue with that logic. Here you are. Now pardon me, there's little time left to rejoin the proving. Thank you again, friend.
Y así es como se consigue plata. Listo. A ver. Tenemos la llave de la ciudad. Y vamos a empezar con las peleas. Aquí estamos aquí. Hemos convencido a los dos, así que no tenemos nada más que hacer. Vamos a comenzar aquí.
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight? Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
Claro que sí.
Looks like Suwern's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start? Fight start at the gong and go to first blood. No eye gouging, no groin pulls. The rules of each bout will be announced when it starts. You should be comfortable with normal weapons and lyrium-enhanced weapons, in single combat, pairs, or battle units. Are you ready to start?
Vamos ahí.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring. Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there.
Y listo.
This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Suwern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Suwern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Haramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Idukan and our future King Balin.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Oh my.
Come now! No mercy!
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Suwern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Claro que sí.
Next, you're up against Miaja and Lukjan. As twins, they've always been allowed to fight as a single person. They're warrior caste, but their mother was a smith, so watch out for Miaja's hammer. And don't forget Lukjan. Most fighters do, and end up with a knife in their spine. Are you ready to begin? All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Haramont's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukjan.
May the stone honor you.
When you warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Listo. Primerito. Listo.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Claro que sí. ¿Quién es?
Well, this bout should be quick and dirty. You'll be fighting Hana-shan, one of the legendary Silent Sisters. She's a ferocious fighter, and dedicated enough to cut out her own tongue. Are you ready to begin?
Tú indícame el camino.
All right, then. I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Paramount's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hana-shan, who proves her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Listo. Listo.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Paramount will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Claro, ¿quién es?
This should be a good match. You'll battle Wojek Ivo, master of all weapons, prisoner of none. He makes it a point never to use the same technique twice. Are you ready to begin? All right, then. I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlick II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojek Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojek Ivo and Valance. Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Listo.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Wojek Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Paramount picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Claro que sí, vamos ahí.
This is the championship round. A full squad-on-squad combat. Piotr Naidukan leads the same team he's taken to victory in over a dozen Deep Roads expeditions. Are you ready to face the final test? May the ancestors choose wisely. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Jotun Iduken has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Haramont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition's summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Iduken.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Listo. Primerito. Vamos a ir ahí. Aquí. Listo. Vamos aquí. A ver qué pasó aquí.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Haramont. Through this day, we affirm the friendship between our city and your order.
Y listo. Ya tenemos todo.
You showed them. The ancestors are smiling on Lord Haramont today.
Not bad for the surface.
We have nothing to talk about, Lord.
I haven't done anything.
Ancestors, watch over your path.
Vamos aquí rápidamente.
Congratulations and well fought. My cousin was wise to choose you.
Varric.
I can't believe it! The ancestors came out of the sodding ground to kiss your feet, Duster.
That was a good fight. Miaja learned a lot from you.
So did Luke John.
Listo. Swearing.
I've been sick for days. You should have seen me last week. Your victory means nothing. The Assembly knows better than to base its vote on one proving.
Vámonos de aquí. Y bueno. creo que ha sido todo por este video. Lo vamos a dejar justo aquí. Y nos veremos en la siguiente vez.
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a tradition.